Hello, my name's Simon Roderick and I'm the Managing Director of a specialist recruitment company called Search. Today I'd like to try and talk to you about how your business can increase its chances of hiring successful wealth managers who can either bring or build a client base. However, before talking to you about how to improve your recruitment processes, I should perhaps just explain a little bit about our business and why we're qualified to talk on this subject. Search is a specialist wealth management business which was set up by me in 2010, and we work with leading investment management, financial planning firms and private banks across the UK, recruiting across functions at all levels. I guess so Fram is well known for its placement of client-facing staff, and we've placed a number of teams and obviously a countless number of individuals into those roles. This gives us a really privileged insight into how to best hire successful people, but also it gives us an insight into the challenges that are faced by our clients and the market dynamics that shape their strategy. I think it's fair to say that it's been a difficult time for wealth management firms in the last few years. An increase in regulation has obviously led to an increase in costs, and this has come at a time when many firms have actually struggled to grow their revenues. There's been a lot of consolidation in the marketplace, which is a theme that we expect to carry on over the next couple of years. And actually, we've been in a very low growth environment for a very long time now, which means that hiring key people who can bring clients or build a client base has become ever more important to most wealth management firms. The competition for experienced wealth management staff at the moment is fierce. Whether it's a local IFAs, a national network or an investment management firm, the vast majority of companies out there are looking at ways to grow. We briefly touched on acquisitions, but I think actually a lot of firms have struggled to find suitable acquisitions at a reasonable price that they feel that they can integrate into their existing business. And so yet again, more emphasis is put on hiring experienced people who can hopefully build a client bank very quickly. But there's an awful lot of myths that go around hiring people within the wealth management sector. I think it's important that we address and talk about some of those first, before perhaps talking about strategies for improving your success rate. Myth number one, and this is one that we hear probably most often from potential recruiters. Myth number one is that there's a whole army of self-employed people out there with £200,000 to £300,000 worth of revenue who are keen to leave their spare room and give up their autonomy to go back to an employed environment and a life of 9 to 5. If that's the case, then we actually meet very few of them. And indeed, I know very few firms who've been successful in attracting this type of individual. Myth number two is that people can start transferring clients almost from day one. But in reality, most companies now have restrictive covenants, and the vast majority of people that we interview intend to honour those. So there's at least a 6-month period when your new recruit probably can't talk to their clients. And you need to understand that there is going to be a period where you need to support them and where they'll perhaps have to put other elements of their business plan into practice. Myth number three is around the amount of assets that people can transfer. Our experience shows that a good relationship manager can probably transfer somewhere in the region of 1/3 of their relationships over a period of time. However, within that, there will be, for some firms, some spectacularly bad hires and some spectacularly good ones. And I think that's where working with a good recruiter can improve your chances of slightly increasing those odds. And myth number four is that most firms think the best strategy is to just put into the marketplace that we'll pay whatever it takes as long as it's reasonable to bring somebody on board. We don't have a set deal. We just meet people, and if we gel, well, then we'll put a deal together. But again, we don't feel this is the best strategy, and we'll come on to this later.